Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today is the day that we take a good look at the German-made Sinn 104. This is the STSA. It comes on this brown leather strap, but I placed it on my German-made Stabe mesh because, I don't know, I just thought it looked fantastic on polished Milanese mesh. So let me begin. I'll place some dimensions here on the screen so you guys can see the size of this piece. And that's one of the nice things about it, is it is very pleasantly sized. It's nice and thin at 12 millimeters in overall height, and the 41 millimeter dimension or diameter on the case just looks really good on wrists. So my wrists are 7.25 inches in circumference. I don't find it to be too big or too small. I like the way it sits. I like how legible the overall design is. It's very symmetrical, very easy to read at a glance. And it's easy to see why this watch is such a forum favorite, why it's so, I guess you could say, hyped in reviews, in Facebook groups, and different watch forums. This is a very well beloved watch in the watch community. So big shout out to Chris of the Watch Lounge channel for letting me borrow his personal 104, spend a week with it, and see what all the fuss is about. Now, I will say that this is, it's easy to see why this is such a beloved watch, why it's a forum favorite. I think it is a very good watch. There's a lot of nice things about it. Is it the perfect watch? I wouldn't say so, no, but there are a lot of nice things. And one of those things is going to be your bezel action. We have a bi-directional pilot-style bezel. You can see it moves in both directions. 60 click. Nice, snappy, responsive movement. No play in between positions. And overall, I think, it's really solid. Now let's go in on a macro level. Let's take a look at the dial. Very slight texture to this dial. Nice matching day and date wheel at the 3 o'clock position. And we have printed markers here around the dial, and then your classic needle syringe style hands done in white. So, there's nothing crazy about the dial here. There's no polished indices, nothing super beautiful, just very utilitarian, very functional, very legible. And I think the lume is actually pretty decent. Let's give you a lume shot here so you can see what I'm talking about. I like the big triangle in the bezel. And I will say that the hands do last longer than the rest of the elements of the watch when it comes to just longevity. So pretty impressed with the potency of the lume. Let's take a look at the movement here. Sinn is using a Sellita SW220-1, which is just the day and date version of the 200. It has 26 joules and a 38-hour power reserve. As you can see, this also carries Sinn's classic gold-toned rotor. Now, that is going to be the main criticism that I have of this piece, is going to be the movement choice. Now, Sinn uses a lot of Sellita calibers, and occasionally they'll use ETA, but when you're talking a watch at this price point, when I believe on bracelet they're about $1,500, $1,600, you definitely want to get the ETA. Now, I know a lot of you guys like Sellita, and I've had good experience with Sellita in the past. And people will say, oh, you know what, they're just as good as ETA, they're made on newer machines, yada yada. But I'll tell you what, I listen to my watchmaker. I've got a great watchmaker here in Utah, in Salt Lake City. And until he tells me otherwise, from experience, from working on the movements, ETA is significantly a better movement overall than Sellita. So when I'm spending this kind of money, I want ETA. If this watch retailed for, $800, $900, I would not have a problem with the Sellita that Sinn is using. But when it's double that cost, when it's approaching $1,600, definitely want to get the ETA. But that's just my opinion, guys. That's my big knock on the watch. Other than that, it's very solid. It wears very well. It's got nice lume, great bezel action. Again, the legibility is nice. One positive thing about this is your day and date mechanism has an instantaneous snap over feature at midnight, which is always nice to see. So I can see why this watch, with its versatility and just practicality here, I can see why this is so popular. Now, is this the greatest watch in the world at $1,500? Does it live up to the hype that we kind of place on it as watch idiot savants? I would say no. I think maybe 5 years ago, Sinn was had more bang for buck per se, but they've really been raising prices consistently over the past couple years, and I don't think they quite carry that value prop as good as they used to. Now, that being said, is this a very solid watch? If you buy this, and you buy this at retail price, are you getting a good watch? Absolutely. This is a very well made, very comfortable, and very enjoyable watch to wear and use. I do think that this would make a really good daily wear watch. Very practical. You could use it in any type of situation. Strap changes change the look very easily. It's got 200 meters of water resistance. Definitely a great watch to use. Don't expect to get crazy luxury. Don't expect to be getting an Omega level watch at the price point. Just expect a very well-made German watch, because that's what I think this is. So anyways, guys, thanks for taking the time to watch. Let me know if you have any questions. And big thanks again to Chris for letting me borrow your personal 104. I appreciate it. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.